welcome back to the Attack the Rack YouTube channel. This is the Attack the Rack podcast. As always, we got myself, we got Big Mo, we got Trent. If you have not yet subscribed to the Attack the Rack YouTube channel, please take a half a second, click that subscribe button. It takes you a half a second. It's free for you, does a ton for us. Like this video, share it, leave a comment. If you're looking to, if you have any concerns or questions or comments you don't want to share in the actual comments, you can email us at attacktherack3333@gmail.com. You can use that email also to get in touch with us if you are looking to sponsor anything we are doing here in the year of 2025. We are recording this on Super Bowl Sunday, so we will obviously not be talking about the results of the game because the game hasn't been played yet. But we will spend our Wednesday episode talking all about the Super Bowl. Guys, how we doing?
Doing well. How are you, Kurt?
I am doing great. I am doing really, really well. I am just happy to be here with you guys as always on Sunday afternoons talking some sports.
Let's go.
Here we go. What do we got on the docket?
I want to know how you're doing. You didn't answer the question.
Oh, I'm always doing well.
Big Mo, you guys.
I'm my fifth cup of Joe, so
What's the C stand for? Kurt?
cup of Joe.
Big Mo, your team, Division III basketball, Hope College here in West Michigan. You guys beat the number 2 team in the country on Wednesday. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't know
Top
where the
five?
number top five. I think they were top five. I don't know. Yeah, good home win. Played well. They were down a starter, so that probably um, got to take that into consideration. But yeah, it's a good home win. Got another win on Saturday, so we're trending in the right direction as we come to the end of the year.
Sure. What a blessing. What a blessing. You guys are both, man, you guys are within a couple weeks here. Your season's ending already. Unless
Yep.
you go on a big run and make it all the way to the state championship, Big Mo national championship. If not, a couple weeks more to go.
Yep. Let's get through districts first and see what happens.
Sure, sure. All right. Like I said, we'll talk Super Bowl on Wednesday, but there is at least one thing NFL we can talk about. If you guys got anything else, feel free to bring it up. But we do have an NFL MVP, Mr. Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills starting quarterback, named MVP. A little bit of I really thought there would be I'd hear a lot more controversy about this. I really haven't heard much. Have you guys heard any? A lot of people obviously were thinking Lamar would win the award. Have you guys heard any rumblings about people being unhappy about this? I really haven't.
No, I haven't heard people being upset about it. I think it's I think Josh deserved it. Take him off that team and they probably don't win too many games.
Right.
I think if you take Lamar off the Ravens, they still win some games.
Sure.
But yeah, I haven't heard too much complaining about it.
Big Mo, I think Big Mo, did you predict Lamar to win the MVP?
I did. And if you look at the stats, obviously, I think stat-wise, Lamar probably crushed it compared to Josh Allen, but
yeah, for sure.
Obviously, he was probably the most important player to their team. So
yeah,
I'm going to suggest that the NFL comes up with an MIP and an MVP.
What's the MIP?
Well, most important player.
Well, that's kind of the same as valuable, isn't it? Important, valuable. Aren't those?
No, well, the valuable to the league is the best player in the league, Kurt.
Oh, valuable to the league. I haven't heard it.
Yeah, I didn't know we were doing a team. I didn't know we were doing team awards for the whole NFL. So maybe every team should have an MVP that they get an award from the NFL from.
I just figured it meant most valuable to your team.
Oh, I just think the most valuable player, the best player in the NFL.
Yeah, I think there's always controversy on what does MVP mean. Does it mean most valuable player to your team, or does it mean the best player in the league?
Well, So, well, then why did Barry Sanders win 10 of them?
Right, exactly. Why did Michael Jordan not win it every year?
Oh, exactly. Well, I don't know. Yeah.
And why
Yeah.
didn't Lamar win it this year? Probably, I mean, I think some of it has to do with they don't want to, or they get fatigued with giving it. I mean, well, right now Lamar should probably win it. And back in the day, Michael Jordan should have won it every year. Barry Sanders should have won it every year, but they don't do that.
Well, so then is it most valuable player for a team or the most valuable player for the league?
I don't know. It would be
Oh,
great if someone from one of these leagues would actually come out and define it for us so we know.
Who votes on it? Writers?
I don't know. I think it depends on the league, maybe. I don't know.
Give it to both of them. They can share it.
Yeah, I think didn't Barry and Brett Favre have co-MVP one year, I think.
they did. I know when Barry won it, he shared it with somebody.
One name you really didn't hear much about in the running for MVP this year was Patrick Mahomes. Statistically, certainly, not up there with Lamar and Josh Allen. But my goodness, I mean, won 15 games, probably would have won 16 if they would have played all their guys in week 18. But yet you just don't hear his name. You didn't hear his name at all.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting. I guess this were his stats. I mean, I'm assuming his stats were pretty similar to past years, right?
Yeah,
Or
I think
was he?
maybe they're slightly down, but I don't know if you guys caught the NFL Pick Show this morning, but the guys were talking about how the Chiefs are kind of in this place right now where they seem to be just kind of doing what they need to do to keep winning. They're not showing a lot, they're not doing anything fancy, they're keeping things simple, and then they could get into the playoffs, and now they got a whole probably huge portion of the playbook that no one's even seen yet. They want to keep Mahomes healthy, so you don't see him running around on the field much during the regular season, but now they can use that as a weapon in the playoffs.
Yeah, especially if it's most valuable, right? Mahomes is pretty valuable.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Chiefs have a pretty solid defense, don't they?
Yeah,
But offensively, I mean, you've got an aging Travis Kelce. They've had injuries at wide receiver all year. Pacheco is not the Pacheco of old. He's certainly been slowed down by injury.
yeah.
Well, kind of a
Hopkins.
similar situation with the Bills. You take Mahomes off that roster.
But you could say that about every probably quarterback that's good. Like if you took that quarterback off the roster, that team wouldn't be very good at all.
Well, I think,
That's the Ravens.
and I even think maybe even the Lions. I love Jared Goff, but my gosh, they got so many offense options on offense that an average quarterback, and maybe that's what Jared Goff is, and he just is, seemed to be so good. I mean, at points this season, he was probably in the conversation for MVP.
Well, you're about to get some hate mail if you call him Jared Goff average, Kurt.
Yeah, I
Let
mean,
the hate mail come, fellas. Let the hate mail come. Send it to Attack the Rack.
he's
333 at
manageable.
gmail.com, please.
Actually, I think no one's been a bigger supporter of Jared Goff than I have.
Well, you just called him average.
Well, I don't think I did. I think what I said was I just asked a question. Is he average? And is he,
Well,
yeah.
Kurt sounded like a statement.
You hear about Miles Garrett?
Did he sign or get traded somewhere?
I don't know. I heard it was rumored he could go to Detroit.
We'll see. I don't
I
We
think
know.
I've heard a rumor to like every NFL team.
Yeah.
give up some pieces for him.
Every playoff contender has a chance at Miles Garrett.
We could give him like 3 draft picks and like Hendon Hooker.
I heard they only want like maybe a first and an early second round.
Shoot,
Wouldn't be too much to give up.
I would do it.
I mean, would you guys be okay with having a guy on the Lions that physically assaulted another human being with a football
Yeah,
helmet?
I encourage it.
Some things are done in passion, Kurt.
Um, can
We
you
all,
imagine
we all make mistakes when we're passionate about stuff.
as you've
Hey, whoa, easy. I don't think I ever hit anybody with a helmet for crying out loud.
um, but can you imagine a defense with Aiden Hutchinson and Miles Garrett on it?
It'd be
No, plus if
great.
And
plus if they
him
got
and
the two middle
Maloney?
guys, if McNeil came back healthy,
Yeah.
oh,
Could we potentially be taking the crown from the 85 Bears if that happens?
pretty darn close.
Yeah, we just got to win a playoff game.
All right. Well, we talked last episode about where would Jimmy Butler go? Would anybody want him? Are the Heat just going to keep him just to spite him? And he is now a Golden State Warrior.
He is. I wonder how long him and Draymond have till they fight each other.
That doesn't seem like a good personality combo, those two.
No, no. Or maybe they get along and maybe they're best friends.
No, they could.
But yeah, I think that's a good piece for Golden State. But I saw they got rid of Wiggins, right?
Yeah, they did, yeah. So
It's just,
they're currently in the 11th spot in the West. So one spot into the at this juncture, making the playoffs 500 at 500. What do you think, Big Mo, Jimmy Butler, bump them into a potential playoff spot?
Where do they sit right now? Eighth?
No, 11th.
11th.
11
Ooh. I
tied.
suppose if he can stay healthy, he obviously gives them another playmaker, a lot of versatility. But as coaches, we all know that sometimes, some of those important things like fitting in and camaraderie can sometimes excel you quicker than maybe just some of these skill sets. So it'll be interesting to see because he obviously scored 25 his first game
Yeah,
um,
in a win.
in a win. We'll see if that can continue. If it'll be interesting to see something something cool to watch.
So they're 26 and 26. Now there's a team in the Eastern Conference that's also 26 and 26, and that's the Detroit Pistons after a big win Friday night against the Sixers. The Pistons are actually in the sixth spot right now.
Let's go.
What was I think the game before that was the crazy ending game, wasn't it? When they were down,
They lose on a buzzer beater.
yeah, like
Yeah.
almost a half quarter, but I think they were down by 9. And then Cunningham hit three free throws to cut it to 6. Then I think he hit a 3 to cut it to 3, or maybe that was vice versa. Then he got fouled on a 3, hit 3 to cut it to 3. Then he gets fouled on a 3 again, ties it up,
Oh,
and then on the ensuing possession, they hit a nearly half quarter to win the game.
that was the Cavs.
Yes, yeah. So, I mean, the fact that they're competing with the Cavs, number one team in the East, that's pretty good.
Well, and they lost the previous game on a last second shot to Trey Young.
Oh, did they? Okay. Wow. But yeah, I mean, sitting at 26 and 26, 3 games left going into the All-Star weekend here. They've got the Hornets, which is very winnable. In fact, I think they're a double digit. That game might be tonight. I think they're a double digit favorite in that one. And then this is kind of odd. They play back-to-back nights against the Bulls, both at Chicago.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
Um, and then it's the All-Star weekend, so potentially they could be 3 games over 500 going into the playoffs, or going into the sorry, don't get ahead of myself.
Jump into the playoffs here.
Going into the All-Star weekend.
Oh, they're playing them right now.
Oh, okay.
We're up 20.
There we go.
Whoa, whoa. It's probably because that a Dalton Connect trade didn't go through or something like that.
Oh yeah, that didn't go through, did it?
No,
That's weird.
Why
no.
is that?
Yeah,
I
what?
I don't know if I haven't seen anything published yet as to why that trade was denied.
Someone maybe not pass a physical?
I don't know. Somehow they didn't stay up with I don't know.
Do you
How
know
odd.
anything about like the tiers of like the tier like NBA tiers for teams? Because they're saying that like the Mavericks trade for Anthony Davis, that if they kept Luca and then had to pay him max, it would have bumped him up like a tier.
Hmm.
So I don't know if that's like a salary cap tier or like a tax kind of tier kind of thing that they're doing, but assuming that is a real thing, that they can't pay Luca that much money because it would bump them up a level. But with Anthony Davis, they can still stay at their regular
Huh.
tier. I'll have to look more into that. But I thought I heard something about that. Is like that was the main cause of that move.
Okay.
But then I
So,
saw Anthony Davis got hurt yesterday.
he still had a big game though.
Did he come back or was the injury late?
Um,
'Cause I know he had like 26 last night, 26,
yeah.
13.
Oh, quote from Anthony Davis. It's nothing serious.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah, they that was his first game with the Mavs. They won. He had 26 points, 16 boards, and 7 assists, and in a win over the Rockets. Rockets are pretty good. But back to Luca and his contract. So here's something crazy. Obviously, we know, it's big news. Luca just bought a $15 million home in Dallas. He no longer going to the Lakers, no longer can get a supermax contract. So that's going to cost him a lot of money. Plus, in Texas, he had no state income tax. Now he's going to get taxed like crazy in California.
yeah,
So what a financial nightmare for him.
Well, and
yeah,
he can't make as much in his when he re-signs with anybody, right? The max contract from the Dallas was like 100 million more than anybody else could offer.
yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yep, yeah. All those moves, like the big moves, like Butler, no income tax, going to Golden State, and then De'Aaron Fox going from Sacramento to where'd he end up going? Uh, shoot, where'd he go? San Antonio.
Oh yeah,
So like all these guys are just like flipping from no state income tax to just losing everything.
yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that with Jimmy Butler too. Yeah, moving out of Florida.
Just,
Oh,
Anthony Davis is probably pretty happy about it. I mean,
yeah,
long term, like career wise, but
yeah.
and he played
Um,
with some edge
Oh,
yesterday.
what's that?
Looks like AD played with a little edge yesterday too, so that was maybe a little fire under him.
Well, everybody's saying that the Lakers won that trade easily. We'll see.
we'll see. I
See
mean,
if
Luka's
AD can
still
prove them
hurt,
wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I would think so, right? I mean, Luca's top 5 player in the league.
and he's only 25 years old.
Yeah, yep,
He's got more first team All NBAs than Steph Curry.
yeah. Maybe they can.
He ate 25.
Maybe Adam Silver is going to add a basketball next year, and you can play with two.
Oh man, I don't know. Did you guys watch any of the Lakers Pacers game yesterday?
No, I
Obviously, Luka's still hurt, so he's not playing. Well, Pacers.
I think they're just holding them out, aren't they?
What's that?
Aren't they just holding them out?
Oh, until after the break.
I think, yeah, he's giving them like a break.
Okay.
I think.
Um, but I mean, him and LeBron, they're not even sitting on the bench. They're sitting on some contraption. Both got hoodies on. LeBron's got a hat on. I mean, what a joke. So unprofessional.
good old NBA hoops, baby.
Ugh. But they were even without those two guys, they did have like a 25-point lead on the Pacers in the first half, and then Pacers did kind of make it interesting, but Lakers still won.
Luca does have maybe a slight calf strain, but that's from like Christmas. I gotta imagine that's
Yeah, you think that's healed by
getting
now?
getting better by now.
Um,
What do you think about the whole trade thing about Kurt Trent? Dennis Schroeder's comments about like the just the trades being on the trading block as an NBA player.
what do you say?
Well, he made some comments just about well, I saw his latest
Oh,
one.
is this the guy that was comparing it to slavery?
Yeah, or like I think he said something like a prostitute as well. But
I mean,
uh, I mean, if you're but you're making, you
when
know,
he was 100 million,
he's making 13 million this year. Now I get it. It can't be easy. I'm sure. Like I saw like a TikTok trend where people were like, getting called into the office. Hey, we're trading you today. You got to show up in Texas tomorrow. And they live in Wisconsin or something like that. And
yeah,
again, that's obviously not going to happen in the real world of the person making 50, 70, $100,000. But this is a business, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
and they enter into a contract that they agree upon, and in their contract, if they don't negotiate a no trade clause, then they're agreeing to being trade. I don't think slaves agreed or entered into any contract
yeah. I
agreeing
mean,
with
for
anything.
the family wise, it's probably the hardest.
Oh, for
Like you're
sure.
trying to like establish like where your kids go to school and friends and that kind of thing. But like that's your job is to play basketball. So I mean, you never know where you're gonna end up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, perfect example is Luca just buying a $15 million home.
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, 'cause you know he's not going to sell that thing for 15 mil.
No.
He's going to
No.
take he's going to take a hit on that thing.
Yeah. So I think like business wise, you never know with who's gonna get traded, that kind of thing. But if they have a family and kids, and I think that's probably the hard part is
No,
picking
definitely.
up and moving everybody across the country. But if you make a bunch of money to do it,
Is that the trade-off? I don't know. I mean,
I mean,
13 mil,
I would move. Yeah.
but obviously I feel bad for my kids, but it's
Yeah. Just
you,
get them a nice toy when you get there.
Well, and it's not like even too like Luca's moving from good weather to bad weather or good weather to good weather.
True.
Sometimes you move from, the Midwest or out,
well, if
Northeast.
you're going, yeah, Florida to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I guess none of them really had like a
Climate
full
change.
like weather change.
Yeah.
Most of them went from somewhere warm to somewhere warm.
But then imagine like with like you mentioned the Dalton Connect trade, all of a sudden or it falls through and now you got to go back to the team that didn't want
Oh,
you.
just traded you.
So he's
By the way,
back
it
on the
sounds
Lakers.
like Mark Williams in that trade failed his physical.
Okay. I mean that's hopefully, I mean, obviously the Lakers need a center,
Yeah.
so it's probably not a situation where they didn't like Connect or didn't want him. It's just, hey, we need a center. Here's how we're going to get it. Sorry, we
Well, I'm
got
sure.
Luka now. So,
I'm sure you've seen that clip of JJ going off on Connect though.
oh yeah, he screwed up a set or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, late in a game and they're up by a bunch of points anyway. Like, who cares?
Yeah. And you drafted him like top. What did they
Oh,
get him at? Top 10? What
oh,
were they?
oh
Yeah,
yeah. Wasn't he top 10? Almost
he was a
positive.
lottery pick. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird they draft a guy and then it's just like, oh, all right, we're going to trade you for a center that not many people know about.
yeah.
But that's what you get when you get rid of your center.
Well, who needs a center anymore? It's the NBA.
True.
True.
All
You
you
get
need
a
is
bunch of
guys that can
six
shoot
nine
three.
guys.
He was the
Oh,
17th pick, by the way.
17th,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So I guess not like too invested in them.
No. But he was, I think he was expected to be a lottery and he kind of slipped down.
Yeah.
Wasn't he? I think so.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned, or we were talking about the Pistons potentially making the playoffs. How about the fact that the Tigers made the playoffs, the Lions made the playoffs, the Pistons potentially can make the playoffs? And I don't know much about hockey. I don't follow hockey, but looking at the NHL standings, it looks like the Red Wings could potentially make the playoffs. How crazy would that be if all four Detroit teams are playing playoff games in a 6 month within like a 6 month window?
Yeah, that'd be impressive.
I don't think that's ever happened before. And we went
Oh,
from
never
just
really.
we
I mean, it's
probably
been
went
a while since any of them have been good.
well, yeah. I mean, if you look probably 2 years ago, we are probably the worst sports town in the country.
For a little bit, for sure. But if they all make the playoffs, we can't say that anymore.
Yeah. But that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be nice if we could make a run with one of the teams.
Yeah.
Well, I
Lions
guess
making
last year Lions made a run, but this year was bah.
Yeah.
still a salty taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
I know. It's like I don't even know how much I really care about even watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I just hope there's some good commercials this year.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
that's been
every year
that's been
I
down in the past.
what?
So that's been down as well.
Yep.
Way way
Kurt's
down.
probably turned in for the halftime show.
No, I really could care less.
Kendrick, right?
Yeah.
That'll probably be pretty good.
Yeah,
Um,
hopefully he doesn't cause another blackout, like Super Bowl between the Niners and the Ravens.
yeah, who performed then?
Beyonce,
Oh, is it? Okay.
a little too much pyrotechnics and all that stuff.
You can actually bet on if he's going to perform. What's the diss track against Drake?
Not like us.
Yeah, you can bet if he's going to perform that song or not.
Well, I mean, he has to, doesn't he? It won like record of the year.
Yeah, I know, but would they allow a controversial song in the halftime of the Super Bowl?
Yeah, only controversial towards one person.
Yeah.
And also, Beyonce's winning Country Album of the Year without being invited to the Country Music Awards. I guess he can play whatever he wants.
Uh, well, hopefully it's good because I don't know. I feel like even the halftime shows have been down lately. But anyway, college hoops, number one team and the number two team yesterday go down. Number one Auburn, they lost to Florida, who was ranked number six. But number two Duke loses to unranked Clemson.
Yeah, some upsets.
Yeah, there was a couple other upsets too yesterday, but number one and number two go down.
Yeah, Marquette lost.
Kansas lost to Kansas State.
Kansas lost. Eh, you always got to drop one, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think these two teams, they'll still both be number one seeds, but
Yeah. Clemson's 19-5.
are they really? They're not ranked?
Yeah. 11
Wow.
and 2, and I wonder who they played.
Wow.
Their non-conference must have been bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I watched some of the Sparty game as well against Oregon.
Struggled,
Rich,
struggled early, struggled early, and nice little
yeah,
comeback.
Richardson kid's tough.
He played well yesterday.
He had 30, I think. 29.
29.
Michigan almost blew it against Indiana. They had a 15-point lead in the second half and almost blew it. Indiana came back and tied it, maybe even took the lead at one point.
Was that Friday?
No, that was yesterday as well.
That was yesterday.
Yeah. Indiana,
Indiana's been streaky. Sometimes they look pretty good, and then there's other moments where they're
yeah.
just
Yeah.
not good.
Their program as a whole has just kind of been a joke lately.
If that opens up, you think May's gone?
I don't know. And it is going to open up. It is opening up.
Oh, is it?
I think it's official.
And he said last night in his presser he wasn't
Okay.
interested in it,
Okay.
but who knows?
Yeah. What about Dane Fife?
Probably been out of it too long.
Really? What's
Yeah,
he do now?
you know, I don't think he's an assistant anywhere right now.
Wow. Okay.
You're probably looking at them trying to go. I mean, if you go big time, you're trying maybe thinking of the old Celtics coach,
Brad Stevens.
Brad Stevens, um, maybe Alford. He's kind of been
Oh,
rocky up and down as a college coach.
yeah. Oh,
Um,
that would be a.
maybe you get Cronin come back to the Midwest.
Oh,
How about Calbert Cheney? He's already on staff, but he's like low level.
Yeah, I don't
The
know.
director of player development.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that then. They'll
Dane
bring
Fife. That's who you said, right? Dane Fife.
Yeah.
He's on Michigan State staff.
Oh, he's back there?
Well, this is old, but he's on their official website of Spartan Athletics.
hmm,
10th
10th season as Michigan State's third associate head coach.
Is that old? Because he left and went back to Indiana, right, to be an assistant at Indiana, hoping that he would be the next head coach, right?
yeah. And then he left with that. He left mid-season.
Yeah. I haven't seen him on the bench, or I didn't hear that he was back from Michigan State.
Very interesting. He went to Clarkston High School.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He got hired with Woodson. Woodson brought him in, and then they had a quick disagreement or something.
Yeah. No, I don't think he is back with Michigan State.
No,
No.
it's the first link that pops up for me.
Yeah, he was there for 10 years, like you said, but then he went to Indiana for like less than a season. Now, Trey, you do know that his dad was the coach, the longtime high school coach at Clarkston, who played against your dad's West Idaho Panthers in the state championship.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, according to Wikipedia, Dane Fife is not coaching anywhere, but who knows how accurate that is.
Well, well, well.
Oh, but yeah, Michigan State, both big wins yesterday. They are tied for second place in the Big Ten behind Purdue. They only a half game behind Purdue. 5 weeks away from Selection Sunday already, guys.
Sweet. I'm ready for some March Madness.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I would think Michigan and Michigan State are both locks for the tournament. It'll be interesting to see where they are seated.
Yeah, Michigan probably be a four, three or four, maybe four, three.
Michigan State maybe a two then.
State probably a two.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to keep winning.
Yeah, they do. Yes, they do.
And
Who do you think?
Michigan has won a bunch of close ones. Like they could easily have gone the other way here. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
State did not look great on their West Coast trip. Obviously got the win yesterday, but
Um,
things could change here in the last 4 weeks.
like I said, I think Duke, Auburn probably at least at this juncture still looking good for number one seeds. Who would be the other two number one seeds? Bama maybe.
Bama and
Just squeaked by Arkansas yesterday.
Tennessee probably.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
As long as they stay on, I would say the toss up would be Bama, Tennessee. I think Duke, Auburn are pretty set in stone.
But with 5 weeks to go, it's not a lot of time, but it is definitely enough time where some crazy things can happen. Never
Sure.
know. Injuries.
Yeah.
All right, then let's wrap this thing up with the top three. Today's top three. Top three sequels, fellas. Top three sequels. Doesn't mean the second version or even third version has to be better than the previous version. It just has to be a good sequel.
We'll spin the wheel. Big Mo. First choice.
First choice.
Second choice. Myself.
Well, Big Mo, what are you going to take?
I'll go first.
Trent?
Um, I'll go third.
All right, then I guess that'll put me at second.
You're in the middle.
All right, Big Mo, kick us off.
Kick us off. I'm gonna go. This is hard. I could not. I mean, obviously there are a lot of sequels out there, but again, trying to think there aren't very many. Definitely are not very many sequels that are better than the original.
That's not.
So
That's
I
not.
know, I know, I know,
Okay. No,
but
you're right. Sequels usually don't do so well.
no, no.
Not in movies, but this can be anything. It doesn't have to be a
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah. Well, I think that's hard too. I don't know. Trying to figure out your best back-to-back winners as well, like in a sport type situation. I don't know. I'm gonna I just I said I want to go sports first. I'm gonna go Karate Kid,
Oh, okay.
and obviously the I don't know how many there are. There's like three or four of them, maybe five.
Well, I mean, I think, was there only two with the original? And then,
No, no, there's like at least three with the original.
was there?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's the one where, right? I think there's the first one
Phenomenal.
wins the city tournament.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. Second one was that in where he traveled to Okinawa.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think there was one more on the return,
Okay.
where the Cobra Kai, the bosses changed. It was,
Okay.
I think
I don't think
so.
I've seen more than the first two.
No, no.
You
Well,
could be right.
then you got the remakes
Yeah.
with Jackie Chan and
Jaden
Smith.
Smith.
Yeah. So, and then I think there's a girl version now
Oh.
as well. So,
Well, and then you
yeah,
got the Cobra Kai series on Netflix.
which is again maybe that's the sequel part of it all. The because
Yeah.
those were pretty successful. They don't, I mean, a little weird to watch, but entertaining.
Yeah. All right. With my first pick, I'm going to go with the second of the two Detroit Piston Bad Boys championships. First one where they defeated the Lakers. The second one, the sequel, defeated the Portland Trailblazers.
The bad boys.
Bad Boys.
Go.
What you gonna do?
I
What
thought
you
you were
gonna
gonna.
do?
I'm glad I got that win there. I thought you.
Well, okay, it's just too obvious, so I didn't take it.
trying to be creative.
Yeah.
I
Trying to throw
like,
something out there. Throw a little curveball, little curveball.
There you go. Speaking of the curveball,
Oh,
give me Major League.
shit!
Oh,
I knew I shouldn't have said curveball. Damn it.
yes, good one. That's a rare where a sequel is actually a good movie.
Wild Thing.
Yes.
Probably not as good as the original. Still, right?
No, I wouldn't think
Okay,
so.
okay.
No.
Just making sure.
But the catcher, how great of a character was the catcher in Major League Two?
He's awesome.
So funny.
That was the guy that was addicted to the magazines.
Right?
Couldn't throw it back to the pitcher,
Couldn't throw it or something like that.
so he
Yes.
had to start throwing out all the stats of all the.
Yes. To get his mind off throwing it
That's
back
right.
to the pitcher.
Yes. Oh, that's good. And then my second one, give me The Godfather.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a universal opinion that actually was better than the first one. Not just a good movie in its own right, but better than the first one.
Yep.
All right, back to me. I'm gonna go Tecmo Super Bowl for
Ooh,
Nintendo. So the original was just Tecmo Bowl. That was the one where there was only maybe 11 or 12 teams, um, four plays on offense you had to choose from. Um, the way the game worked, it didn't keep stats or anything like that. Great game, especially for its time. But then the world changed in the video game realm with Tecmo Super Bowl 2, where you had 11 on 11 football. You had all the teams. You had it would keep stats. You could play a season. You had eight plays instead of four. So Tecmo Super Bowl, my number two pick.
nice.
Right back at you, right, Kurt?
You get two, and then back to
Oh,
Kurt.
oh, oh, oh! Did I somehow just zone out and miss one? Holy cow! Um, I had one. I'm gonna go with airplane.
Yes.
Airplane, airplane two. Not a quality flick, probably. Definitely not as good as one, but airplane. And then third pick here, sequel. Um, hmm. I'm gonna go. So, and this is probably I don't know. I don't even know what the sequel would be. I guess. Um, Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with because again, another one where the sequel is just not quite as good. Bad News Bears.
I don't think I saw the sequel. Or are you talking
Oh.
about the remake?
No. I think there's the Bad News Bears and breaking training or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
The first one's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first one's classic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Couldn't even tell you much about the second one.
All right, back to me. I'm gonna go Back to the Future 2.
Uh,
Actually, that was my favorite Back to the Future of the three.
Which one is that, Kurt?
That's the one with the hoverboards.
Okay.
Where they break out the hoverboards, and then Biff ends up marrying Marty's mom, and they have the casino because he steals the sports book from the future. So he gets rich making sports bets because he's got the sports book
Oh yeah. Yep.
or the sports almanac. The sports
Sports
almanac.
Almanac. Almanac.
Yeah. Then he goes back to he gets the sports almanac in the future. Then he goes back. Biff actually stole it from Marty. And then goes back to 85. And then for for how many ever years is just making tons of money betting on sports because he's got the sports almanac. All right, Trent,
ooh, should I stick with the movies or go to the video games?
you can do whatever you like.
Oh, um, give me Logan.
Nice.
Give you what?
Logan.
Logan.
Kurt has no clue. Marvel or DC.
It's
Oh,
X-Men. It's Wolverine's daughter,
okay.
and she like is the same as Wolverine, but just
Yeah.
young. And then she kind of finds out and just kills everybody.
Okay.
Gets after it.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
As
Okay.
like an 8-year-old, or what is she, like 9 or
Yeah, she's a beast.
uh,
All right. Any other ones you guys had on your list that you didn't get to say?
I had NBA Street Volume 2,
Okay.
and I had Need for Speed Underground 2.
Nice.
The Need for Speed games were good.
Big Mo?
I mean, obviously, I don't think anybody said Rocky. Rocky's, or did we say someone say Rocky? I don't think so.
Nope.
Lots of good sequels there.
Yep.
Yep.
Little franchise.
Yep. That it?
Otherwise, I couldn't think of any video games, but I'm not much of a video game guy, so
Well, how about Michael Jordan's second three-peat? That's a pretty good
good.
sequel.
Not good. I thought
Uh,
about the Rockets. Rockets back to back was pretty improbable.
maybe wouldn't have happened if Jordan was still playing or
Probably
Jordan
wouldn't
didn't
have.
take his break.
Probably wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Was that during his MLB career?
Yes. Yeah. Minor league baseball career.
Yeah.
I got PlayStation 2. I got Super Nintendo. I got Trump's second term. I got X as a sequel to Twitter.
Oh, nice.
I got John Gruden. Original John Gruden is the NFL coach, and the sequel, him now being an NFL content creator working for Barstool Sports. I think that's all I got, guys.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, I thought for sure Big Mo was gonna take the bad boys, or he was gonna take Michael Jordan's second three-peat.
Yeah, those are too easy.
More of the movie realm.
Yeah. By the way, Bad News Bears had a third version where they went to Japan.
Okay.
Really?
And then they had a remake. I mean, now it's been several years since the
Yes,
remake. Who
they
was
did
the who played the coach in that remake?
It was what's that dude's name?
It wasn't Burt Reynolds, was it?
No,
No.
no. That's way too. Um,
2005, right? Something
Holy
like
cow, it's been that long?
since like the remake one.
was that Billy Bob Thornton?
Yes, it was Billy Bob
Yes.
Thornton.
Yes.
Big Mo's a big Billy Bob Thornton fan.
I do.
He's
By the
funny.
way, I am a big Billy Bob Thornton fan, but who's someone just had a birthday, an actor, the guy who did the Hoosier, not who, coach in gosh, why am I drawing a blank right now? Gene Hackman.
Oh, he did he?
I'm a big Gene Hackman fan. He just turned like 95.
Yeah, he is so
But
old. Yeah.
if you go through his roles, he has done an amazing job in
Yes,
the film industry.
definitely.
So
And then just flat out retired.
happy birthday, Gene Hackman.
And then he just flat out retired. He just
Just
stopped
gone.
making movies.
Well, yeah, when you're
And that was like 20 years ago.
was it really?
Yeah, he hasn't made a movie in like 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's in so many films.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Superman.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
he was in the suit. That's right. He was in Superman.
he's
That
kind of
must
like
that's his last one.
villainous guy.
Oh, he was Superman. What?
No.
No.
Did he play Lex Luger?
Yes.
Yeah.
So in 2008, he retired from, oh, wow.
Yeah, wasn't his like last movie that movie with Ray Romano? What was that called?
Mooseport. Welcome to Mooseport.
Yes. Welcome to Mooseport. I think that was his last movie.
Ray Romano. Hey, he's in some good movies. Replacements. Enemy of the State.
Oh, he's a classic.
How about the Firm with Tom Cruise?
The Firm. How old is that one? Oh, here it is.
That was like early 90s.
That's a 2.5 hour movie.
It is a really, really good movie.
I don't know if I've seen it.
No,
Unforgiven. Have you guys seen Unforgiven?
I'm embarrassed to say I haven't. I know that's an all-time classic.
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. Oh, all
That's a
right,
good
guys.
one.
Well, again, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Won't be the same feeling that we would have had if the Lions were in it, but still football, and it's still the Super Bowl. What'd you say?
I don't know how I would feel if they were playing tonight.
Oh, yeah, I'd be all nervous.
I
Oh,
know. I don't know how I would feel.
be a lot more excitement in this podcast, probably.
Yeah, I feel like this was kind of a Debbie Downer podcast today.
Yeah. We'll blame it on the Lions
Yeah,
and that manageable defense that they had.
and a manageable quarterback now.
Yeah, yeah.
Average
Average,
quarterback.
average quarterback. Again, send those hate mail to attacktherack33333 @gmail.com.
Or even
I want-
better, let us know in the comments because that helps trigger the algorithm.
There you go.
And I won't say Jameer Gibbs is average because that would just be wrong.
Definitely not. All right, fellas. Well, enjoy the game, and we will see you guys all back on Wednesday.